I wonder if everything's still enlarged. It looks like it. Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another live stream. Scandalous. How are you? I am fantastic, and I am doing... Oh, fuck knows. Oh, for God's sake. Can we not count anymore? Ooh. Oh, good. Welcome, Lane. It's just you and me, mate. How are you? I hope you are doing really well and having a really good day, mate. How are your animals? How are you? How's your family? How's things? Oh, Spaced Out is here and is wearing Rose Barber. Lovely. Lane is doing fantastic. And that is the main thing. I think we can all agree. Let's just alert everyone to the fact this live stream is actually occurring. Okay. Haven't done much content recently, just not been feeling it, to be honest. I haven't been feeling a lot, really, if I'm being honest. Oh, it's hard. It's hard, friends. It's hard. Excuse me. Whilst I hydrate. Ooh, I'll put the coffee link in for those who are coffeely inclined. If anybody wishes to drop bank, as the kids say, let me know. Okay, so welcome Lane, welcome Spaced Out, welcome Jared, Pradeep, Tool, Ryan X, Dushan. Spaced Out says, Rich, you need to acquire the whole LV line samples and shit on them one by one. We need some balance against the constant hyping and shilling. If people would like to fund such an expedition, you know, I imagine even the samples are fucking outrageously priced, you know. Dushan, see you later. Len says, hello, Pradeep, hello, everyone. Do you think you'll ever sell that Santa Maria Novella Pot España, says Ryan. Maybe. I need to spend some quality time with it, though. It's fucking bracing. I can tell you, it's bracing. It will clear your nose and poison your lungs. Very, very, very fucking... Oh, it's hard. You know, it's hard. It's big stuff. It's potent. Welcome, Paroli. Louis DeFeur's okay, says Ryan. Is this the Vet of a Faux review stream? No, I haven't tried it yet. Not looking forward to it, to be honest. LV is great. What do you mean, says Tool. Well, that's what everyone says. Parfum d'Empire coming with a new vanilla. Ugh. That'll break the mold, won't it? Hot take, but I think Rich would like one or two from the LV line. Some of the hype is warranted, says Jared. Well, the amount of fragrances they've released, you would think so. I wouldn't mind getting samples of all of the Gucci higher end line as well. I really like Heart of Leo until you get to about an hour in and then the amber wood starts to emerge. And that's hideous, but the top of the mid is fucking really good. Really, really good. LV made a line for people who will drop cash for a bottle while waiting for a sales associate to get their LV bag. That's a very good shout. Paroli said he didn't choose the easiest Aritzia to start with except Rev Dossian. Rev Dossian, really nice. The Peau d'Espagne, actually, very nice. The last one, too much like Habit Rouge. But yeah, Rev Dossian's really nice. And this one here, the fucking Cuir de Russie, so fucking powdery. That's so powdery. So very fine powder, though, like talc. Peau d'Espagne is good. It's definitely leathery. It's more leathery than the Cuir de Russie. It's more Cuir de Russie than the Cuir de Russie. I love Heart of Leo, Citra. LV line is great, overpriced is also true. It's the same with everything, really, at the minute, isn't it? There you go, spaced out, the constant LV hater, says Jared. My scent of the day is Creed Viking today. How's yours, says Fragrance Collector. Welcome. Did you get Relique d'Amour? Pass. Don't know. Don't know what the next three are. Cuir de Russie should be retired as a name, says Karen. Well, I did say in the video today that Cuir de Russie is it's like the oud of its day. Every line, every house had one. You know what I mean? Like fucking loads of them did. The earliest one I can remember, well, the earliest one I can remember, not that I was around in the 1800s, but the earliest one that I am familiar with is the Girl On one. Heliotrope Blanc is good, says Mitra. Aritzia just did 50 ml free for 100 ml. Yeah, they often do that. They often do that. I would say, judging by these three perfumes, that Aritzia Legrand is one of the better fragrance houses in general, but certainly one of the better niche houses. Empire des Indes, says Mitra. Empire des Indes is great, says Paroli. Suleiman Jafari says, hey Rich, scent of the day, Adidas Cologne 1985. Welcome, Suleiman. How are you? Relique is very nice. Orion says, tone of Cuir de Russie. I'm going for that new Cuir de Russie from a Riche Lador. If my fingers and internet are fast enough, 180 for 30 ml. Christ. He knows what he's fucking doing, doesn't he? He knows what he's doing. What the quack? Welcome, Noah, mate. How are you? I hope you are well. It is, says Paroli. It's up there. Hope you got Relique. I really like that one, says Karen. Richard, did you watch Eugene's stream with Antoine, Lee and Remy? No, not yet. Not yet. I was out yesterday when he was actually doing it. I was out and about. People messaging us being like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm in the car. I'm like, oh. I also like Soul Niege from Tom Ford. I'm good, my friend. Good to catch you. It is nice to see you. A Riche perfume smell like what an Arab guy would wear from 300 years ago. I think that's actually part of the shtick. I think that's part of the shtick, that it's like they're using more like kind of older techniques and like, you know, from times gone by and all that shizzle. Let's have a look what the other perfumes we've got are. So we've got Fine, Freshment. So Fine? What does it say Fine there? Yes, I've got Relique d'Amour, something Printemps, Déjà. Fuck, why can't I read? Déjà le Printemps. Relique d'Amour and Fine Freshman Coupe. A French person commented in French on my video today And when I reply to them, I'm going to have to issue an apology for my pronunciation. It's a fucking outrage. There's a new veneer van, says Pradeep. It's not a major surprise that. They announced a new one, Pradeep, says Paroli. Yep, limited edition too, it seems. Welcome, Fragrance Decant Boutique. How are you? Fragrance Decant Boutique, do you stock the LVs? Do you stock the LV perfumes as part of your samples? Is that meant to be a bad thing, too, says Ryan X? Fine Freshman Coupe, freshly cut hair. Really like that one. Hi, Fragrance Decant Boutique. Ryan says, dead rustic. I want to smell like an Arab from 1820. No Chypre Mousse. No Chypre Mousse. I don't know if I picked these or if these were like part of like a certain group. Because I've got the book here, right? I've got the book here. The book's lovely, by the way. The book's fantastic. Good pictures, good quality paper. All the good stuff, but no Chypre Mousse. And then it's got like the extras, l'eau de Corse, le fleur d'oranger, extra vielle. I don't know what that is. Vinaigre de toilette, natural cosmetic vinegar. The fuck? The savons, the soaps. Let's smell the soaps. They've got one called Eau de Cologne. I bet that's a lovely soap. Pin de Jerusalem. Topical. Vegetable soaps, if you want to smell like a vegetable. I'm kind of part vegetable as it is. Ooh, bâtonnet d'encens. Room sprays. And then burning paper. Sorry, mate, I've got paper that I can burn. Thank you, though. History of Oritza. I've been calling it Aritzia. It's not, it's Oritza. Oritza. France, again, I'm sorry. I don't know what you like. I just prefer French-style perfumes more, says Tool. Les Indem might release a sandalwood fragrance, they said, says Jared. Chypre Mousse I can't stand, says Paroli. Book, says Paroli. Yeah, the blends are much better, I can't deny that, but then when an Ariz says Azerbaijani Rose from 1972 on the notes, then I'm sold. When does a French perfume say that, says Ryan? I mean, I could sell you the moon, you know, all you've got to do is climb up and grab it. You know, it's yours as soon as you touch it. Knock yourself out. But give me the money now. You got Relique, so that's good. Just be sure to start with that one because it's extremely delicate and soft, says Paroli. That was a dad joke, says Mitra. They also had a rotten patchouli called Horizon, says Paroli. They sound Spanish by that name. No, says Ryan. 12 sprays of fetish pour on before heading to Costco. Everyone get out my way. That's the spirit. Get them told. Try the rest now, says Karen. No! I need content. I've been struggling to pitch content recently. I've been struggling to get it out. Hello, Saint Genie. How are you? Just dropping in quickly. I'm out at an arcade playing all the retro games. How fun. Have a lovely evening. It is nice of you to pop in and say hello. We have all been concerned about you. Welcome, Germs. Do LV Imagination review. I haven't got it. What's up with the content drought, Rich? You all right? Just not been feeling great. So, content has been hard to come by recently. Everyone's saying hello and thanks. What's your favourite watermelon scent, says Mitra? Well, I am a fan of big melons, but I don't have any favourites. I'll try and take some pics and post them in the Discord, says St. Jeannie. Jordan Albro, how are you? Imagination is, I sold my decant 2 years ago because it bored me to death. Yes. Nowhere sells LV up here. Nowhere sells LV up here. It's weird, that. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. James is a fan of big melons, says Paroli. I've run Jenny, try button mashing when technique fails. Alejandro Centeno. Hey, have you tried Goyosa by Perfum Roma? Mate, I can't even say it. Never mind try it. No, I haven't tried it. I hadn't heard of it before you just mentioned it. But welcome, Alejandro. Thank you for coming. I hope you are well. Thank you for dropping by. I do have a couple of Perfum Roma. I've got the Patchouli and I've got Arso, which I like. Shit. What have I done? Maybe you should post some melons. I hear it helps the algorithm. What about Starmer's YouTube? It's all happy common sense prevailed, but he has shown his true colours as he 100% wanted the cut. Says Mikey Cole. What? I'm not following politics at the minute, to be honest with you, mate. I'm not following politics. That said, a really good conversation about nuclear weapons with Ramsey and Jonathan today. Not like in a political sense, just in like a technical sense. You know, talking about like the technical aspects of nuclear weapons. They're just cool. They're just cool. They're like black holes, you know. I had quesadilla tacos last night, says Karen. Francis Kirkjohn is doing a terrible job at Dior Lamau. That fault in the extras are just money grabs, says Tool. I don't like them, but talking to the sales associates, they say he's doing a brilliant job. And everything is selling hand over fist, allegedly. Gyoza, says Mitra. Nice vanilla. Tower releasing weekly, says Pradeep. We'll have to see if there's a limited edition version of Leaded Desert or Lone Star Memories. I might have to buy that. You know, not that he ships to the UK, the fucking shithouse. Daria, excellent choice, and I'm jealous. Not much of that up here, says James. Do you think it's unisex, says Alejandro? The disability cuts. Oh, right. Kind of, but the fact of the matter is Reform's probably going to get into a position of relative strength in the next election where they're going to be able to influence it, and they are going to cut the welfare bill massive. They're going to cut everything. They're going to come in and decimate the government spending. You know, they're going to decimate government spending. And he won't have North Sea oil to prop himself up. That's how Thatcher paid for our tax cuts, with North Sea oil, and that's dried up now. So are nukes being used in the divorce process, says Mitra? I think it is. Are you excited for your new American Bond, Pedro Bond? I don't know who that is. I don't know what it is. Did you say Ramsey? How is that rascal? He's all right. He was in good cheer today talking about nuclear weapons. But who wouldn't be when talking about nuclear weapons, you know? It's an exhilarating topic, like. I'll pep you right up, I can tell you. I was telling him about a documentary I saw when I was younger called Trinity and Beyond, which is a YouTube channel. So Trinity Beyond is a YouTube channel now about like a family and like bollocks to that. But there's a nuclear weapons documentary. If you Google it, I think it's on Netflix. And, it's fantastic. It's from 1995, though. So there's like 30 years of history missing at this point, but it's really fascinating. Because at that point, the nuclear weapon had only been in service. Well, it only existed for fucking 50 years, you know. Watch MFK make an imagination dupe for Dior Privé Lane 9. Well, there's a fucking argument to be said that a lot of them smell like that anyway. My scent that is zoologist cow, underrated. I like the smell of zoologist cow, but I wouldn't like the smell of it. It's probably Elixir du Désert Marocain. That's actually Cour du Désert. A Quebecois will direct the next James Bond, says Paroli. Yeah, I've seen that. The director looks really good. He's called Dennis, isn't he? Government spending obliterated, says Misha. The problem is there has to be something to take its place, you know, and otherwise you're just making people fucking poor. There has to be some provision, you know. You can't just like pull the rug, otherwise people are going to they'll be hell on. And it won't go the way. It won't go the way of fucking that he wants it to. That said, there's a complete lack of fucking talent in Parliament. Like in politics in Britain and America, there's no serious people anymore. They're all in business. All the serious people who actually know how to do things don't fucking go into politics now, you know? Everybody's there as like a fucking spokesman for lobby groups. You know, everybody's apologising for taking fucking millions and millions and millions of dollars off. That's what they're there for. And that's politics on both sides of the water and both sides of the aisle. Gucci is sending influencers free bottles, wankers. Bro, did you see who will be directing? Yes, Dennis V of Dune fame. His Sicario was brilliant. Yeah, that scene in Sicario with the family at the dinner table was pretty dark. That's what you get for putting people's daughters in acid baths. Is Oppenheimer your favourite movie, Rich? No, it's not. Not even close. Not even close. Don't take this wrong considering where I come from, but I was watching similar content to you, Rich, this morning. Jeanette, don't lie. Hello, Alan Hansen. How are you? I will have to respond to you later, Alan, after the stream. After the stream. Yes, I just wanted to come on tonight and fucking... I didn't have a topic, actually. I just thought I would come on and bullshit, like. As I usually do. It's been a weird week. It's been a weird week as far as weather's concerned. I haven't been able to wear like a freshie all week, but now there's talk of fucking heat waves again. It's been fucking raining in the day, man, and the sky is grim as fuck. But it's also been hot in certain places. It's fucking extremely British weather, like, you know. I'm glad you did come on, says James. Thanks. I don't know if you can get the LV sample sets. Fragrance Sample Boutique didn't respond, did they? So we may never know, friends. We may never know if they do the LV line. I would have bought it. And we could have done the LVs or even the Gucci's in it weather. Top action film. But my favourite movie is American Psycho. Have you ever seen Natural Born Killers? Natural Born Killers is a really good film with Woody Harrelson in. Woody Harrelson's father was a hitman. Jesus. You will not be able to hack the fucking heat bubble that is coming, Duck. Well, I do have the air conditioner, so on that score, I'm pretty pleased. You know, I'm pretty pleased about that. Welcome, Waffle. How are you? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Imagination, Pacific chill and afternoon swim or pleasant fragrances that should have Zara prices. Yes. Yes, that's right. Apparently, someone in the community has been pushing clones when they always said that they would never do so. Hopefully they will be called out. And apparently there's drama on Eau de Jerks. They've turned on each other. That's a shocking development. I can't believe that's happened. It just goes to show that whenever you get a group of people together, they will only stay united for a certain amount of time before they start to divide. You know? Doesn't matter who, doesn't matter what. And it just depends. And it just depends on what unites them, really, you know. But that's their shit. They have to deal with it. Oh, you cunt. I know he fell out. That's their shit and they have to deal with it, you know. Fucking, I wish I could block people sending me content from Reddit in general. Fuck, there's a lot of it. Not just fragrance checks, there's other stuff. Oh no. Hello, folks. Scent of the day is Ambrose Brahms' Scents Explorer. Doing phenomenal. I got lots of sleep thanks to Mitra's advice. Perfume Mama's always right, says Waffle. Just ordered my 100ml Vanille Havana. I do have one of them as well, and I'm very happy about it. Oh no, a bunch of assholes started fighting each other. Shocking, says Karen. Satu says, hey Rich, Musk Ravager old versus new. What's the difference? Old is a lot more animalic and growly and gross, and the new one's essentially a weird vanilla fragrance. Did anyone smell that Shadid from Tower? I thought the inspiration description sounded odd and conflicted. Yeah, well, I've managed to sort out 3 10ml decants for friends, and I'll give it a sniff before I pass them on. I don't know if I'll do a first impressions or not, because they're not mine, but I will be able to smell it. That charming man says, hi Rich, scent of the night is Targhee Forest. Jared says, let me guess it. Is it Cuban or Redo Blue Eyes pushing the clone? Saw some of Redo Essence's content to do. Fucking. He's trying so hard, bless him. He's trying so hard, but he's trying so hard that it shows. And that undercuts the point of what he's doing, you know. Inspired by Vegas Drive, but called the Arabic for strength. Alan says, scent of the day, Oud for Love by the Different Company. What's it like? I was talking to Alan this morning. It was good. And then some man came round to the house to do some technical surveys, of which I have another coming next week. It's so cool when he walks in slow motion and looks away from the camera. Who are you talking about? Oh, fucking Red Essence, right. Yeah, like fucking just grow up, Stephen, for God's sake. Just let it go, mate. Stop trying to be someone else. Be yourself. If you want to change. You can change, but you can't put on a fucking peach suit and put fucking different coloured eye contact lenses in and expect to be taken seriously. Evening Rich and all in the chat centre the day Montclair La Roche's Noir from a sample. I don't know what samples I'm going to get next. I've got the L'Entrepiste I need to get through. I don't know. I'm in a bit of a loose end with the old fragrances at the minute. I'm at a loose end with lots of things. I'm having trouble with myself at the minute. Jeremy Fragrance made a top 5 winter scents today. I feel sad even mentioning that, dude. I don't even find jokes about him funny at all anymore. Everything about him makes me sad. He's ill. There's some genuine illness going on with old Daniel, isn't there? You know, he's there's something is rotten in the state of fucking Jeremy Fragrance. There's a new Comme des Garçons Immortel, says Prodigy. That doesn't interest us. Why does he wear contacts to make content? Because he hates himself. Comme des Garçons Monocle Prodigy. Yes, says Prodigy. At least AC just gives me top 10 clones straight up without the blue contacts. AC, mate. Jesus, mate. Fucking fella fell off like fucking Thierry Mugler. Has there ever been such a rapid descent? Descent so fucking rapid he had to turn off the comments. Mate. Highly respected reviewer. One of the highest respects, you know? People on aforementioned Ode of Jerks used to fucking say nice things about him, apparently. I'd read that. This was a couple of years ago now, people used to send us screenshots where they'd be like, oh, can anybody recommend some actual reviewers to follow? And a couple of people sent us screenshots where there was like, I was included once or twice. Not as much as like AC, for example, you know, he got mentioned by almost everybody on there. And I would like to know what they thought of him now and what the fuck he's playing at. So he's I don't know. It's not great. Monocle series is solid. Prefer it over the incense series, says Prodigy. When I get some energy back, I'm going to go into the town and I'm going to go into a store called Ends and I'm going to try a couple of the Comme des Garçons colognes. Me and Jeannie went in and had a smell, but I want to go in by myself so I can focus on the fragrance, because I can't talk to people and smell stuff at the same time. I can't do two things at once at all. So maybe I'll go in on Monday or something like that, you know. Mr. Air Conditioner smells good, showed his true face, this spaced out. I don't know, maybe. The thing is, it goes back to the old adage, doesn't it? It takes a lifetime to build a reputation and a second to lose it, like. Imagine waking up and thinking I need blue contacts to be relatable. It's a good point, you know. Like, I said it was self-loathing, I mean, it could be. I mean, That would be my first initial explanation. Why would somebody do that to themselves? I'm going to wear brown contacts when I do fragrance videos, says Karen. I'm going to start wearing contact lenses to see if it makes it easier to make videos. I can't imagine anything like that in my eyes. I use glasses now. Since last September, I've started wearing glasses for like long distance stuff, and I would rather wear glasses than contacts. Fucking wearing contacts, man, knee chance. Bro, is it in a motel fragrance or does it just have a motel in it? Joy Amin Goat. Joy Amin rules the fragrance and watch community. Well, the thing for Joy Amin is that he is himself, you know, and he doesn't bullshit and he doesn't try and do anything that isn't him, you know. Just for a lot of people, saying to them, just be yourself is completely unacceptable and unconscionable. Like, they won't even consider it. You know, and then it makes you, if you think about that, if you actually sit and try and internalize that and realize what that must be like, that they can't even consider being themselves, it's quite sad. You know, it's like what they say about actors, isn't it? This is why actors in Hollywood's so weird, because actors will often tell you that it's easier to be someone else than to be themselves. You know? And that's why lots of weird shit happens over there, because of the sheer volume of self-loathing. Also, you've got beasts like fucking P. Diddy and that, but that's a separate thing. So, I mean, there's wrong-uns everywhere, but you know what I mean. Laura G says, guess who is here? It's not Elvis, is it? Glasses might be the move, Karen, says Carl. Wear blue glasses. Firecom YouTubers can either quit or ruin their image and become unrecognizable, says Spaced Out. Well, I haven't done either yet. But then I don't have an image. This is more of like a radio call-in. I don't know. It's kind of like a hybrid. It's like a new form of content. Like I try and equate it to like old-fashioned stuff because I like old-fashioned stuff. I just think it's cool. But this is like a radio call-in, but instead of calling in, it's kind of like you text in basically, and that's what your comments are. And then, but you can talk to each other in the chat as well, it's cool as fuck. You know, I really like this. And I always come away from the streams feeling better I'm feeling better after doing them than I did before doing them. You know? Welcome, Laura G. How are you? Cool, you could just keep doing pull-ups, no need for contact, says Mitra. I enjoy wearing my glasses, says Laura G. I enjoy wearing them now. Thing is, you can accessorize them, so it's like you can basically just do what you like, you know. How are you, J Smooth? I hope you're doing well. Jared says, I think Redo lost his mind after Carlos passed away. They were close. I'll tell you what actually fucking happened there, right? People used to say this about Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant, that was it Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant? That people used to say that it was Ricky Gervais that used to keep a handle on Stephen Merchant. But actually, when they split up, they realised it was Stephen Merchant keeping a hand on fucking Ricky Gervais. And people, when Carlos and Red Essence were together, would have thought Red Essence was the one stopping Carlos from exploding. But it seems, from what's happened since, that it was actually Carlos stopping fucking Red Essence from going mental. You know what I mean? That seems to have been the way that it's gone. I had laser surgery in 2017. Best money I spent. I'm a bit reticent about doing that. Maybe I will. I'm enjoying the glasses at the minute, though. This is your image, says Mishra. Laura says, I am okay. I just watched the F1 film, the F1 film, with an ancient Brad Pitt. I like that you give logical life advice. Do you do readings for the future? Can you see my future, Rich? I don't see a wrench in your future, Waffle, you rascal. You'd have to cross me palm with silver. Laura says, I enjoyed it, Prody. It just felt a bit too long. I'm quite excited for the F1 film. I need to recover from this COVID first, says Jordan. Oosh. COVID's still going around, is it? Yikes. Nice, as long as it has car sounds. Not expecting a cerebral picture. What am I wearing today? What is my scent of the day? What is my scent of the day? I should be able to remember this. I catch myself forgetting what my scent of the day is all the time, and I have to keep smelling myself, and I shouldn't have to do that. You know, and I wore quite a bit of it as well. I put a lot on. What have I worn today? Jesus. What have I worn today? It's hard. Ultra Zest. I wore Ultra Zest. Excuse me. Welcome, Richie B. Just saw you on, Rich. Hello, Rich and crew. Welcome, Richie B. How are you? How's it going? What's up? I hope you are well. Is this your first time here? Thank you for joining us. Oh, to the channel. Alan says, Rich, were you wearing glasses a few months ago when Wes and I spent the day with you? I don't recall. If I was in the car, yes. Otherwise, probably not. I keep a pair in the car and I keep a pair in the house. The vet, the optician was like, you should wear the glasses when you're driving, probably just so it'll help you like read the signs and stuff. So that's what I do. I keep them in the car and wear them when I'm driving. Richie B says, Afnan Supremacy Silver is scent of the day. Maiden Voyage. Well, I hope you have a lovely time. And thank you for joining us. I do not know how long you have been watching or listening or how much content you have seen, but I hope you will have a good time. Jay Smooth says, scent of the day, Renaissance. Yes, tell me your scent of the day. Why haven't I asked that yet? Jesus. Floral Note says, glasses wearers is natural selection at work. We're fucked in an apocalypse. I imagine that we're fucked in an apocalypse anyway. Not having glasses will be the least of our troubles if there's an apocalypse. To be fair, I imagine I'll be wearing me glasses when that shit goes down, so it's one of the reasons why I think everybody should have a mechanical watch rather than a quartz watch, because you never know what will happen if your battery, well, you do know what will happen if your battery runs out, you know? Get a mechanical watch. Here, I will show you my scent of the day, the biggest and garishest bottle I own. Look at that absolute unit. Look what the aspect ratio has done to it. Lord. Do you keep a pair in your pants? A pair of what? I keep a pair of something in my pants, you know? My legs. Rich, I went back and watched your review of Calvin by Calvin Klein. It's a time capsule for me. Yeah, I'm selling that at the minute. Nobody wants to buy it. Fucking unusual, that. Speaking of ocular troubles, here is Lilith, says RN. Yes. Appreciate that, says Richard B. That's okay. Mongolon EDT, says Karen. I am testing Amber Kiso, says Mitra. I'm in Jurum Paradisi. How is it? Germ says, scent of the day, Cumugula Cologne, Old Faithful. Great fragrance. Considering you should be able to pick shit like that up for 30 quid, fragrance prices around the board today are just disgusting. You can see why people wear clones, you know? I used to criticize people for buying clones all the time. I can't do that in good conscience now because of the fucking state of fragrance pricing. It's disgusting. That's a tall bottle, brother. I can assure you that it's not. Probably foaming at the mouth for a new perfume. He's being very strange, isn't he? He's buying lots of shitters. He's buying lots of shitters, friends. Reggie B says, you ever spend time on base notes? Not really. It's not my sort of thing. I use Parfumo a lot, and I use Fragrantica a bit, but not so much base notes. Base notes is more of a forum than it is a kind of like database, you know. Or most of the usage, you're missing out if you're not using forum as a base notes as a forum. Sorry. So, no, I think it's very low energy. Well, it's not. I don't say it's low energy. I think it needs change. And I think the guy who runs it, I think he's been at it for 20 odd years, 25 years. Do you know what I mean? You can't. It's very hard to sit and tell him. For me to sit and tell him what to do, but I think he's kind of run out of steam with it. I think he's taken it as far as he wants to, or he's going to be able to. But he doesn't want to let it go. It's his baby, you know. But base notes is good, you know what I mean? Chode bottle, says Karen. Scent of the day, Chanel Bois de Zile EDP. Antoine Lee talked about it in Eugene's interview yesterday. What did he say? Lily says, RN called me ugly. Well, Mitra says, bit skanky. No, this is RN who starts trouble with me first, says Lily. Children behave, says Mitra. What's the snack of the day, says Red Dead Dad. Turkish Delight. I had some Turkish Delight earlier. It was very nice. Really, I don't remember it being skanky, says Paroli. Lily says, we're stretched vertically again. I know. No, I meant you are trouble every time we see you in the chat, says Orion. Jay Smooth says, Rich, what are your thoughts on Midnight in Paris EDP by Van Cleef and Arpels? I never liked Midnight in Paris. It had a polish kind of smell to me, like a wood polish smell. Really weird. I never got the love for it, but you used to be able to pick that shit up for like 30 quid, man. It's hundreds now. If Waffle gets a wrench, Lily should get hers back for protection. Neither of them are having wrenches. RN says someone has to notice you, Lilith, says RN. Who is buying shitters? Paroli. Richie B says, in 2004, I just about fell over when I learned that 120ml of Creed was about 250 USD at the time. You could get it much cheaper on discounters. Not that discounters were around that much in those days, but, you know. Substack is the next big thing. Brush up your Shakespeare, says Prody. I'm not typing things out. I speak. I don't type. I'm not doing that. Can't be asked. Absolutely not. Count of the guillotine, Lilith will be sent to end her reign of terror. And Lilith looking to claim victimhood. Base Notes had decent forums and the chat was fun, but we're talking 2004 to 2008-ish, says Richie. Shitters, last thing I acquired is Italian Cypress, says Paroli. Italian Cypress is alright. Anton said Bois d'Azil have some great sandalwood. What watch do you have on, says Red Dead Dad. Today I am wearing the Date Just. This is all I've been wearing, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. I haven't really worn the lavender one. I need to buy some new clothes to wear it like. I need to get some new clothes to wear it. Bois d'Azil reminds me a touch of Samsara, says Lily. Spaced Out says, Antoine Lee said, Bois d'Azil, that's some proper great sandalwood, mate. So I'll just have to fist fight my money's on Lily, says Karen. And she says, I have a Substack. Gotta get back and think I'll put some frag reviews and writings. Spaced Out says, Bois d'Azil is great, but it's a mature woman's scent. I can't pull it off like many mature feminines I'd love to smell. There's a Chlor. Herb is wearing Encens et Lavant. I actually have that fragrance and have not worn it yet. Did you get the duck watch, says Red Dad? No, I'm not going to do that. Not for 500-600 quid. I'm not doing that. Emperor's new clothes, says Lily. I don't know what that means, Lily, so joke is on you and your lame insults. I'll be mediator or an honorary weave holder, says Karen. A fresh weave? I need to get a full one. I just have a sample, says Herb. I need to dehydrate. Sarah Rubinstein is wearing Lacree. I'll tell you who else is wearing Lacree. It's Tim Wilcox. I don't think he's here, but he is wearing it today. He put it in the Discord. Them new Surge are 380 fucking euros. Piss off. That is disgusting. 380 euro for them Surge, man. What you doing over there? God. That is bonkers. Bonkers. Like the stream, friends. Like the stream, please. I am going to dehydrate. I'll be back in a few minutes. Excusez-moi. Oof. Christ, it's hard. My knees are sore. Oh. Fiddlesticks. I need to do something, friends. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I am back. I'm tired. Oof. Oof. Okay, what have people been saying while I'm away? Are they available product? Yes, in Paris. Benny forgets to wipe. Didn't take a shit, to be fair. It's cheaper than before. Your hair is as fake as your assets, Lilith, says RN. Which is a bit user. Speaking of shitters, that's not true. Quick, steal his perfumes. He's shitting with the door open. That is true, but I didn't shit. Is it just the section door up back? I am already totally smitten with the new oud permutation by Serge Luton. Already? Well, if you say they are shit, I might pass them on, Prodeep. About $20 he uses scented toilet paper. I do not. Are there scented ones? Prodeep, being in the US, I often see the rectangle bottles. I've only seen a few from the Belgians, and Alsace Levant dropped me like a stone. Wow. I find it hard to justify €255 for some frags in a bell jar. There's an iris leather, says Prodeep. Get Queer Canage. Queer Canage is a brilliant iris leather. It's sensational. Let's try this Rêve d'Ossian again. That's nice, but it's modern niche and it's got a touch of Filippo Sorcinelli. It's got more than a touch of Filippo Sorcinelli about it, which makes me think Hugo Lambert, half fucking European, half Scottish. I think he might have done some work for Serge Luton. That Pot de Spagna is really good, but not for me. And this, Cuir de Russie, God, that's so powdery. Eugene would love that. Eugene would fucking love that. It's so powdery. It's so very powdery. Good Lord, it's powdery. How powdery? Very powdery. That is how powdery it is. Okay. Welcome, Surdy Danny. How you doing? Oh no! Nearly destroyed everything there. Probably the most I ever paid was about 160 for CNS number 88. Check and speak. Check and speak. Oof. That is so Sorcinelli. It's unbelievable. They definitely worked. He definitely did something for Sorcinelli. Because that is very, very Sorcinelli. Very Sorcinelli. Very Sorcinelli. Good heavens. Oof. Which one is powdery? Danny, Richie, Sam wouldn't mind a couple, but they went from 190 to 255 in 2 years. What's a nice but affordable fragrance, Mitch, says Danny? Look into the house of Acqua di Parma. Look into the house of Acqua di Parma, mate. You can find these in places like fucking John Lewis and Phoenix, and you can find them online at discounters. Most of their fragrances are really nice. Do you like the smell of fig? They've got one called Fico di Amalfi. Let me put a website in the chat for you. Where you can shop around. Oh, shit the bed. No, I don't want the app. No, Tino's got an app of all things. Jeez. Aqua. Oh, Christ on a bite. They're not on fucking Latino anymore. Shit. Let's go to Wall Beauty, shall we? Yes. That is what I am talking about, my G's. Set preference. No. 15% off when you spend 150, 10% off when you spend 60. Not bad at all, booty. So, Acqua di Palma. Okay, so they're doing Fico di Amalfi 75ml with an extra 15% off. So 55 quid. That's really good. If you want the 150, you can get that for 80ml. But you will smell a little bit fruity. Do they do Essentia? Yes! So they've got the 50ml for... Do they not do any bigger size than that? Acqua Palma Essenza. Oh, fuck. That's a big old unit, that. So you can get the 180ml of Acqua di Palma's Essenza for £96.85. Right? That's a lot of fragrance for the money, that. Let's put that in the fucking chat for you. £2 more than a bottle half the size. Shit. When you want to smell like Ozzy Osbourne, who loves that stuff, says Richie. Nautica Voyage says, yeah, Nautica Voyage is good. That's really cheap, though. Original Musk is a great fragrance, but it's musky. Sample Samharam from Art Parfumi. That myrrh incense blew my socks off. Send me that on the WhatsApp, Proddy, please. And I might do, because I'm a big myrrh fan, as we know. Colonia Assoluta is out, but still have the Colonia Intensa. Yeah, the Colonias are absolutely great. They all smell so good. Richie says, unless they change things, my hope is to save some if they rotate in some Bell Jaws scents seem to be in retro bottles of the US market. Musk Kills Musk is a banger. There you go, Sir Danny. There's a link in the chat for you, mate. Nice, I have the Colonia Essenza. The only Acqua di Palma I have for an excellent price. A friend sent it to me. Yes, if anyone says Ancre Noir, there's a lot of Ancre Noir love out there. Dune, Paul Hom, that's another fig banger. Haven't been able to wear that yet. I should really get right. Oh, it's so good. That is so good. Oh, that's so fucking good. That is really, really good. Jeez. Figgins. Herr Figgins. So my scent of the day is this. It is Ultra Zest, and I actually really enjoyed it. Somebody shocked me on the Discord, and they said, hey, Quentin Biche made Ultra Zest. And I was like, Quentin Biche was involved with Ultra Zest, but he also worked with Jacques Auclier. Oof. Ancre Noir, says Jordan. Thanks, Mitch. No problem. It's like less than 100 quid and you get a bottle twice the size of this. Fuck. That's a lot of perfume. It's a lot of perfume for the money as well. You just smell like an Italian gentleman. You just smell, and it lasts all day on me as well. Really, really good fragrance. Like, if you want, what you should do is you should go to a shop, like find like a local shop and see if they stock it, and then try it. I could send you a sample if you want. I could decant some and send you a sample if you wanted. And you should try it on your skin first. You should always try a fragrance on your skin because it smells good on me. It might smell terrible on you. Chemistry has a lot to do with it. Mitch, you picked up that bottle, and I say Roadster by Cartier, says Richie. I see that Cartier Roadster on the back. Does that smell dated or is it nice? Oh, it's one of my very favourite fragrances. Like, it's one of my very favourite fragrances is Cartier Roadster. I wore this a lot when I was a younger man, and I can still wear it now. It's clean. It's fresh. It's minty. It's got patchouli. It's smooth. Well made. It's coherent. It's classy. I wouldn't want to cost you any money, Mitch. I'll just try smelling it at the boots if they have it. Yeah, no problem. They might do. They very well might do, actually. They very well might do. But, I mean, I send people samples all the time, like, you know. It's just a case of fucking, if people want to give out the details, like, which I understand. Because fucking people on the internet, man, Jesus. Danny comes from the watch world as well, where people are pretty fucking... People think the fragrance community is mad. The watch world is full of extremely neurotic fucking men doing strange things to each other for no reason. Neela Ashoka, Philosopos, of course. Philosopos is a great fragrance. I see good reviews for Roadster. Maybe you can get in Mexico for a good price. A lot of vintage in Mexico are just sold for old perfume price, which is cheap. I mean, yeah, that would be great. Like, the problem is if they're in Mexico, the problem is with Mexico is that's so hot, your perfume might have just been sitting there cooking, you know. But then again, they'll have been indoors, so you know, you pays your money, you takes your chance. Jordan, says Karen. Who's Jordan? Oh, Jordan. Jordan Albro, sorry. Mitch, what did you mention? Trying to sell Calvin, not a lot of takers. It's a total if you know scent. Yay, aromatic fougères. Yeah, it's very much like that. I prefer Jules. I think it's very similar to Jules, like vintage Jules, right? And it's vintage Jules is I just think it's better. I just think it's Diorified. I prefer the ADP exclusive collection. What the hell are they thinking about that crystal cap and pricing? They're all trying to go down that route of fucking trying to be a little bit clever. They're trying to be Roger 10 years after the fact. Even Roger's checked out now. Luxury's on its arse. All forms of luxury spending are on their arse at the minute. Everything. Which it's okay. I know you know it sound, mate. It sound. I get it with a lot of people. That there's like in the fragrance sort of community, right? Everybody's like really open and like, especially in Britain, where everyone's just like, yeah, just send us it, or I'll send you it, and fucking everyone's just like dead chilled and laid back and stuff like that. I can speak for Britain when I say that. It's pretty similar in America from what I can tell as well. America, Canada, the only thing that stops people sending stuff around abroad and stuff like that is the restrictions because they've got alcohol in them and they're classed as like a hazardous material. So I don't know. There's like the community's much smaller as well in fragrances, but watch sort of stuff like just from observing, even the watch like stuff I sort of follow and that, you know, like so bizarre. I've sort of ended up in like watch Nick's circle of influence. It's like the least weird place, you know. Archie's a fucking disaster. Lux is such a cunt. I didn't believe what people said about him at first, and then little things just set off. You know what I mean? Where little things just... And you're like, that's interesting. That's strange. Isn't that what that person was talking about? And then all one day it sort of hits you like that scene from Breaking Bad where the bloke's on the toilet. You know what I mean? In Breaking Bad. And he's like, oh shit. And he suddenly realizes who Heisenberg is. And he's like, what the fuck? Kind of what happened with Lux for me. Realized he's actually a bit of he's a sly little bastard, like. They're nerds with money. Yeah, and then, like, when you've got money, everything's just a lot, kind of. It's more. It's extra, as the kids say. By the way, says Omar, scent of the day, Millesime Imperial. I used to not like it. Now I'd enjoy it a lot, actually. Rich, do you like Gucci Pour On too? Yes, I do, RP Rentals. Welcome, also. Hi. I do like Gucci Pour On too. I just don't wear it as much as I used to. I've sold a couple of bottles of it. I've got one bottle left. The prices it goes for are fucking mental. Like, I mean, I picked my bottle up for like 40 quid, 50 quid. Sell that bottle, same bottle, opened 250 quid now if I wanted to. You like Ed Sheeran, Duck? No, God, no, fuck. Jesus. Heat and temperatures being high might have splintered bottles. Splintered them? Lots of fakes in Mexico, says Waffle. People look for fused bottles and refill them. Never smells yours, says Richie. No patu pour on. I want a bottle of La Tafa Assad and never laid a nostril on Sauvage Elixir. Patu pour on's overrated for me. Very clovey. Jesus, the clove. The clove's scandalous in it. God. The clove. It's known for its clove. You know? Lily single-handedly takes the chill factor in America down considerably. Yes, she's an outlier. RP Rattle says, I can't recall. I might get some Frag Lovers tea. Yeah, it's bitchy, like a playground at sometimes. Yeah. I just want to chill and talk some watches, like. Hello, Rich. I'm on vacation by ocean and decided to take by the ocean. By ocean? What, you're on a cruise? On vacation by ocean. And decided to take my bottle of Amber Supreme. Best thing to wear while on the ocean front. I see. I've got you. I like the end of The Usual Suspects, Chaz Palmintier's reaction. I fucking love that film. I was talking because if you look very closely for like a couple of frames at the end of that film, the Kaiser Soze's actually got a gold day date. Nick said it was a gold date just, but it's not. It's a day date. You can see it's a presidential bracelet, and but it's got the black face, and I don't like the black face. I want the lapis lazuli face. And so I started going down the rabbit hole of looking for them, and I found one, and it's 30 years old, and they want 50 fucking grand for it. And I was like, well, I don't think I've ever actually fucking had 50 grand. You know what I mean? I can't deal with that shit. Fuck. Lapis lazuli dial. I'm a big fan of lapis lazuli. I watched these art documentaries about how ultramarine, the pigment, became a thing, like the lapis lazuli pigment to make ultramarine blue, and then how it came from like Afghanistan in the mines. It's like the only place in the world where you can get it, and to actually distill it, to extract it from the rock, it's very caustic, it's very difficult, and it's very it's very risky, but they went through all of that, and Titian was the first person to use it like at scale, you know what I mean? It must have been a revelation. And they could only use it, I think the church got involved, and they said they could only use it for certain Bible characters' clothes. So like Mary's robes and stuff like that. Bloody fucking interesting. You know, you can learn a lot about people through the art history. How the fuck did I get onto that? Ah, Patel Philippe. How you doing? Ah, the Cartier Roadster fragrance for the distinguished Essex man based out of Harrogate. Two very different places. So the Roadster, right, the bottle, that's the date window, and that's the crown. That's what the bottle's supposed to be. That's the date window, right? And that's the crown. And I looked, because I love this fragrance so much, I looked at the watches, because they're discontinued now. They discontinued the fragrance when they discontinued the bloody watch, the arseholes. And I looked at getting a Russ. I just think they're fucking ugly as fuck, if I'm being honest. Like, no. It's like that Crash. Is it the Crash that's a Cartier watch? Shit. Really weird. All right, Danny, seriously, go and have a look on, Chrono and see that there. That is the date window. So you're looking down onto the date window, right? It's really elongated in a dodgy shape like that, right? And then that's the crown there, and it looks like a nipple. And I just can't take it seriously. You are not serious date windows. You know what I mean? It's cool as fuck, because Cartier make, like, you know, that jewelry experts and glassware and all that sort of thing. I love that shit. I love Cartier bottles. Look at the Lonval bottle. The Lonval bottle's glorious. I've got it, but it's in the other room. I'll go and get it in a minute. I keep that fragrance for the bottle. I never wear it. It's not even in the same room as us. What the fuck? Oh, oops. But welcome Patel and welcome Danny. I see geranium bonjour. I love how that thing smells. Unfortunately, for some reason, I get a huge headache 2 minutes after applying. It's a sensational fragrance. It smells like mouthwash, and it's supposed to, but it's really high-end quality. It doesn't wear like mouthwash. It's got that kind of minty thing, but it's also a bit floral and light, and it's wet. You know, it's not toothpaste, it's mouthwash. It's much more watery, you know. Lily is in America, you say, says Prody. Lily will be fuming now that people have narrowed her down to the continental United States. Shit, I sold 100 ml of DK Black Cashmere for about 150, and about the same amount for a 60 ml of Helmut Lang Curion. That Quiron is extremely sought after now. T2, welcome. I hope you are well and enjoying your Noir piece. Ultra zest, says Moose. Haha, and here's me happy as Larry with my Seiko Turtle. Good watch. Very good watch. Nothing wrong with it. Richie G's got one. Loves it. He's got a green one because he wanted the authentic turtle experience. You know? I think you'd absolutely love a 36mm day date, Mitch. Ah, yes, a solid gold day date. Absolutely. I don't think they make them in steel though, do they? They don't make them in steel. I'd love a steel one because it's affordable, but I would love it. I would love a day date, a solid gold day date. But that's just not. I would rather get a number of other what I don't think I'd ever. I don't know how much further my watch voyage has to go. I'm on the list for 36mm Explorer and a Wimbledon, which the guy was like, he didn't say it outright, but he basically was like, when you've got the money, let us know and you can have one. And I was like, ooh, all right. But I was like, seriously, I bought 2 in 2 months. You've completely cleaned us out. Really, I don't have that money to actually spend. Like, not really, if I'm being honest, but here I am. I could still turn that lavender, the lavender OP, even though it's only been out for like a month or two. The prices haven't sort of plummeted yet. Like, Patel says Danny Rhodes Wood's shop is based out of Harrogate. They do YouTube and sell vintage Louis Vuitton trunks and tailored menswear. Ooh. You should get Archie in touch with them, see if they'd buy his suitcases and all that other shit stuff that he's got. Love the stone dials. Really interesting. I do love a stone dial, I must admit. I was looking at an Omega stone dial, and I was in the shop, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. You know, like all the crisscross pattern on the meteorite things. And I was like, oh, how much is that? And then he said it as I looked down and saw the price, and it was like 16 grand at retail. I was like, what? What? Watch? And that was at the time I was asking, I just walked in and said, give us a Snoopy. And they were like, yeah, you're better off going second hand, mate. I was like, oh, right. And they were like, we've had people waiting for them for 4 years. It's that thing on the back, that animation on the back's absolutely sensational. I'd probably wear it the wrong way around. Hey, Rich, good days. The Healy cologne similar to Prada Amber Pour On? No, sorry, Black Monday. Welcome as well. But no, nowhere near. Very dissimilar. Date sounds like I have to bring Rich to play with all his friends. Danny says, Tan, Harrogate isn't far from me at all. Yeah, Harrogate's like it's a bit posh though, isn't it? Harrogate's like it's got, you know, it's kind of like where ye olde Wellington wearing, vintage Land Rover driving, fucking types go, is it not? Quaint old shops, cream cakes, that kind of thing. Looks like a decent small family shop, says Patel. They called it Sacre Bleu, says Karen. Rolex Playdate. Yeah, you could get that from Temu. The specific shade, Sacre Bleu. It's a nipple, says Lily. That's well cool. It is very cool. The Roadster bottle, yeah, it's really cool. I prefer the Lonval. The Lonval's a work of art, like. Patel says, not sure if you know ABC from the watch shows. He's a big Roadster fan. I would likely try to source a bottle from him. He's a good friend. It's really nice. It's really nice. It's mint and bergamot, and it smells like, imagine crisp green apple. It's got that where the mint and the bergamot combine, but then the kind of split, and then you get both, and it's very juicy, lovely. And then you get the patchouli and stuff like that. Great fragrance, just brilliant. Like Richie says, you ever tried Oscar by Oscar de la Renta? Yeah, I've got Oscar Paula Wee, the gold box and frosted bottle, shite load of clove Christmas harmony one. How about eggnog? No. That's probably one of the coolest fragrance bottles I've ever seen. Cartier do loads of cool stuff with their bottles. Holy cop. I didn't know that about the Roadster bottle. I thought it was a back fender on a tail light of a car. Isn't it funny? People see what they want to see, they project onto things. I don't know what I could have told you that looked like. I thought it just looked like a cool design, to be honest with you, but elongated with a nipple on the end, says Lily. Says Pat about Lily. Rich has his comments in many comms. It's true. I use the gold mouthwash as a pipe freshener, says Richie. Pipe tobacco smoker here. Gold date on a green leather strap. Class. What colour dial T2? No, the closest thing is white gold. Oof. I understand why they do that, to keep it like, you know, the pinnacle of the old Rolex collection. It's the classy one, but like, fuck, I'm not paying that, especially not with the gold prices. Love my Seikos. Lucky to have an SARB017 and an SKX007. Cheap and likeable. That's Seiko, yeah. Sell all the fragrances and buy Rolex, Mitch. That's essentially what I've done already. Like, seriously, if I hadn't sold a shit ton of fragrances, I wouldn't have any of these. This is not like money I've, like, fucking, like, magicked out of thin. Well, I suppose selling your stuff is kind of like magicking it out of thin air, but it's not like I've fucking, I've not been like saving for a rainy day, like putting a little bit away each day for months, years. Rich may want to start another channel. Rich Mitch watches, then people will have to guess for horology or him doing TV movie reviews. Guest. Haberdashery and stuff, says Richie. Patel says, sell all the fragrances, buy a Grand Seiko to stunt on everyone in Sunderland. You wouldn't need to go as far as a Grand Seiko to stunt on everyone in Sunderland. You could basically stunt on everyone in Sunderland with a Casio or a broken Casio from the 80s, from the 90s, Just get one with a perished rubber strap. Just drive around with your arm out the window, waving it in Mackham's faces. Hi, Sandra. How are you? Would you come talk watches if you did, Lilith? I have to draw the line somewhere, says Lily. Sorry, I'll shut up. I've driven the stream to another subject. It's all right. We'll go a little bit all over the place, like. Rich is very popular, says Lilith. Ben Clymer. Today we are in Newcastle with Rich Mitch and we are talking watches. Fuck. I'd get terrified. I'd just shit me pants if I was like sat down doing like, where those videos, like everybody seems like really confident and like sure of themselves, but in like a not in like an arrogant sort of way, but in that kind of, like, it's not that I couldn't hang. I think I would turn dry on them. I think I would start taking the piss and joking around a bit. I would get uncomfortable. I wouldn't be able to hold down that kind of... Do you know what I mean? People unironically celebrate themselves, and I can't do that. I just can't go there. Do you know where people sit down and they're like, for a job interview, and they're like, so tell us about yourself. I'm like, oh no. Instantly, it's like emotional damage. It's literally like that. It's like, oh no, I don't want to talk about me. You tell me about yourself. Turn it around on them, see what they're like. Why should I work for you? Why shouldn't you hire me? Fuck. Rich is very popular. 16k for a watch will be filling me pantaloons, lad. 16k for a watch, I'll tell you what it is, mate. That is at the it's not at the lower end because there are lots of good cheap watches, but 16k is not a high price for a watch. You can pay a lot more money. If I was going to pay 16k for a watch, I wouldn't get an Omega meteorite dial. I'd be looking to get a lot more watch for me money with that kind of thing. I've come to a hard and fast rule as well. Like, not that this is ever going to really, ever come into use and stuff, but I don't think I would ever buy Rolex. No, I wouldn't buy Rolex secondhand. One, the super fakes are outrageous out there now. And I would not advise anybody else to buy Rolex secondhand unless you have personal knowledge of the person you're sending off and where the watch originated from. I wouldn't be doing that with Rolex. The other brands are much less likely to be faked, but at the same time, you can't be sure. And to be fair, it's one of those rare situations where buying brand new is actually cheaper than buying secondhand. That's okay, Danny. You should enjoy being here too, says Lily. Everybody should be enjoying being here. Apart from the hate watchers. And I hope you don't fucking enjoy being here. Hate away. Lol. That's because Mitch is a genuinely likeable bloke, Lily, says Danny. Thank you, Danny. So is Danny. We're both northerners, you see. Lol, you mentioned clothes. Ugh, horrible clothes. Horrible clothes. Got to be that gold textured dial jobby. Brainwash the boutique bloke to become a fragrance collector so he can swap with you. Bribe him with fucking bottles of Etro and stuff like that. I thought about getting him a present actually, because I actually really like him, to be fair. He's a really nice bloke, I sit for like a couple of hours and talk to him when we're doing stuff, unless he's got somebody else coming afterwards. You know what I mean? Just sit and talk to him, like, you know. He was telling us about his holiday in Italy. Went to Naples. It ended up talking about the food and stuff like that. He was like, "Fucking," he was like, "The food's absolutely unbelievable." I was like, "No, you can actually taste it. It's not like it is in Britain, you know, where the food you eat's got like an aftertaste, but only a bit, and that's it." Food in Britain. Richie says, Rich Mitch, your accent gets sharp when you get worked up. I love it. It's a lot like me. I get worked up and I get real Chicago. I devolve into like me. I was like a reverted type. Frag Lovers tea is awesome, says RP Rentals. I've never smelled that. I've never heard of it. I've heard that about Beau de Jour, says Jordan. And the perfume guy mentioned seems headed that way. Only one word I heard. Only word I heard, discontinued, yeah. You say I am a duck, says Mitra. Only ever the money because it's what I need to survive in society, says Lily. Yeah. I am rage watching, says Mitra. I need certificates, bills, no polish or fake patina, with original box, of course. I wouldn't be buying secondhand. I wouldn't be buying secondhand for something that I could get at an AD unless it's something that is so unlikely to be that's so unlikely to be faked. I'd be wary of Speedies. There are 11,000 Speedmasters, Omega Speedmasters. You know the Moonwatch? There's 11,000 Speedmasters on Chrono. I am telling you, by the law of averages, about 300 or 400 at least of those are fake. At least 300 or 400. Could be higher. Could be anything up to like 10%, 15%. Space, do you get that Xenia sample set, says James. Richie says, feel free to bribe me with an Etro. Got Messi de Minuit. I have got Messi de Minuit and I'm selling it. I've got Messi de Minuit and I am selling it, and it's a vintage one. Did you ever revisit that watch boutique where they served delicious tea? That's where I got it. That's where I got me thingies from. Fucking Goldsmiths in Newcastle make the best cups of tea in the world, and they serve it with a little Biscoff. A little Biscoff, which is and they put two Biscoff. Little Biscoff biscuits. Just pitch perfect. And the last time I was in there, a girl told me I smelled amazing. And it was Pavarotti. Although I had just sprayed some Roger, what's it called? Roger. Oh, fuck me, what's it called? It's not Fetish. Something pour on. It's the cola one. Enigma pour on, that's right, thank you. Did you ever read that? Hello, Marty. Hi, Rich. Long-time listener. First-time caller? Thoughts on the rumours that the discontinuation of Tom Ford Beau de Jour had to get another backup 100 mil when I heard, well, I've heard this also. These rumours have been going around for a while. So, in America, apparently it's gone on the website. Prices will start to go up because it was reasonably popular, but obviously not popular enough for them to keep it around. You've got to remember the context. Estee Lauder's share price dropped by fucking... It was $420 on January the 1st, 2022. It was $65 on January the 1st, 2025. 3 years, it dropped from $420 to $65. That's cataclysmic. The whole board had to go. The Lauder granddaughter had to go. They basically had a clean sweep. Just everybody had to go. So whatever, they're going to become quite sharp and quite ruthless, as if they weren't already. And what do they always say about Tom Ford? Discontinues his best fragrances. I love Beau de Jour, but I have the private blend version, which is considerably better than the signature. If you love the signature, by all means, stock up on it if it's gone from your country. But I don't like the signature because they replaced the patchouli with an amberwood. But let's have a look on the British Tom Ford website. Where are you? That's Tom Ford, the person. I just can't believe he's 63, the scandalous bastard. He looks considerably younger than I do. Like, he looks about half his age, like. Twat. Anyway, let's have a look. I'm in the United Kingdom, of course. Don't pretend like you don't fucking already know. You know my exact location. You could drop a bomb on us if you wanted, you swines. Where are we? Beau de Jour. Beau de Jour is still widely available on the website. £152 for 100ml. It's a fucking rip-off. Fuck off. It's worth about half that. If that, well, that version's not. But like this, I got 250ml decanter of it, right? For, I think it was about 225 quid. Mental. From the actual place as well. From like a Tom Ford counter. Speedies are overrated. Speedies are massively overrated. They're overpriced now as well. There were good watches for £3 grand, £3.5 grand, 5.5, 6. Fuck off. Fuck off. Even second hand, that's what they're going for now. It's fucking obscene. Can you just go there for tea? Go where for tea? You can go in and sit down and they'll offer you a cup of tea, yeah. And the thing is, they know I buy stuff. Or I have bought stuff before, so. Like, oh, do you want a cup of tea? And I'm like, yeah, I'll have a cup of tea. 2 Biscoffs and a compliment in the big league now. Yeah, she was quite nice as well. I think she was Indian. Actually. I think she was Indian, yeah. Not going to lie to you, she had big boobs. I'm a big fan. Good evening, off and licked. Spaced Out says, best remedy for fragrance buying addiction is taking a break for a few months and completely disconnecting from this hobby. You will lose all urge to buy stuff, says Spaced Out. The problem with that is, mate, is it's like saying the best way to not drink anymore is to stop drinking for a few months. You know? The best way to stop taking crystal meth is to not take crystal meth for a few months. And then you will not have the urge to use crystal meth anymore. You're right in what you say, but if it was that easy, everybody would do it, you know. Any thoughts on Volden Away by Guerlain? Not a big fan. Not a big fan of those classic Guerlain female fragrances or even the really older stuff. Chamard, even Chamard Paul Rom I wasn't a fan of. Volden Away, not massive. It's nice, don't get us wrong, they're good. You can tell the quality of the vintage ones especially, but Mitsuko, no. Jiki, no. Just the smell, they have that very classic femme style that I'm just not. This Rev d'Ossian is becoming quite dry and chalky and gritty, and I wish I hadn't sprayed it on my skin now. Which is your roadster going to evaporate because it's below 50% full? It's going to start. It's not that it's going to evaporate, it's that it's going to start oxidizing quicker because there's more air in the bottle than there is perfume, so the rate at which it oxidizes is going to be because of the surface area difference, you know. So it's not that it's going to evaporate; it's going to start oxidizing quicker. I need to go and get that. That thing. Let me just show you something, by the way. Look at the fucking, look at that, right? It is 9:40 out there at night. Look at it. It's daylight, man. You drive around with your lights on, off. I mean, you can put them on if you want. I can't turn the lights on my car off. Like, I can't turn the headlights on my car off. I don't know why it fucking does that. Fucking piss take. Sorry, my room's a state, like, it's in a state of disrepair. Do you want a whip? How are you? Crazy, they spent like $1 billion buying Tom Ford. It was two. I have a bottle of Volden away for sale, says Jordan Albro. Do you rate Tuscan leather? Yes. Yes, I do. I just find it difficult to wear, but it's a very good perfume. I got a 2017 bottle of Volden away EDT. Amazing stuff, says Often Liked. Yeah, the Thierry Vassar seems to exclusively keep those things in good order. It seems to be his job. Like the stream, friends. If you like liking streams, please like the stream. What Balenciaga pour on to work once, my co-worker says the best thing he smelled on me, and how right he is. It's an incredible fragrance. Once you are addicted, your brain has been rewired, and perfume is not drugs or alcohol. Volden away propeller extrait de parfum is great, Doc. Not for me, it's not. I love crystal meth, says Jared. I'm sorry. Welcome, Dropout. The best way to manage spending is to go your own way and pay no mind to what others are hyping and buying. Yes. And not get carried away. Slow down. Stop. Just fucking wait. You know. Thanks for the insight, Rich, says Marty. I'm from Sweden. It's starting to look like our perfume stores are not restocking it. One of the most popular have sold out of it, online ones, and only left in stores. If that's what you're hearing where you live, right, then you have to do what you think is necessary. But, I mean, you're talking to somebody who backed up 17, 18 bottles of Balenciaga pour on, but the problem is that that's been gone for a long time. And the prices were starting to creep up when I fucking paid. I paid 70 quid a bottle. I could sell those bottles now for like the best part of 200 quid. You know, 150, 200 quid. But they're not for sale. Same with the Pavarottis, you know. Look at Ultra Zest. I bought that by mistake. I got a partial, which is just, it's about 60, 65 mil left in that bottle. And I paid 60 quid for it. You go online, a sealed one, right? Granted, it's sealed and that's a partial, right? The sealed ones are 250, 300 quid. What? Silence. I'm really enjoying Black Orchid at the minute, says Pradeep. Anyone have thoughts on Lonadial EDP? I do. I bought it. I liked it for a while, used quite a lot of it, and then stopped liking it and haven't touched it since. I would send you mine. Mine's like a 2016 bottle. I think that's the year it came out, or the year after. I stopped liking it. Grates a bit. I wish I could send you it so you could have it. Anyone notice Rich has been naked in the reflection this whole time, says Lily. No doubt that you picked it up early. I learned early to be selective. Flavour of the day is not for everyone, says Richie. Duck dong in the Cartier. I just want to say how much I fucking love Amber Supreme, says Pat. It's great fragrance, it's lovely. I have been known to say it's the best blue fragrance ever. Lola Viscardi wants to make some money. They should just reintroduce their men's scents and sell them at reasonable designer prices. I like Escada fragrances. They're very good, but the problem is that if they reintroduced them now, they wouldn't be the same fragrances. Even if they released them under the same names and everything, they would smell different. There would be using newer materials. There would be not using the older materials, which have inevitably been regulated out of existence. So you'd have to just sort of deal with that. It's not easy. I think the Ideal line is pretty good for what it is. Nothing more, nothing less, says James. Often Licked says, Aqua di Scandola is the closest thing to a blue fragrance I love. Do you reckon you're off the Royal Mail watch list now from when you try to send Ramsey stuff, says Flora Nuts? I don't know that there is a watch list, but I don't think they'll probably ever take us off if there is one. You know? Go on full gourmand these days. I'm going to go and get the Lawn Vol bottle so you can see it. If Danny and Patel are still here, I don't think they are. But we will have a look. Oof. Oh, the old spine. And it is old. And it's barely a spine these days. Jesus. That was difficult. That was more difficult than I would like to admit. I have moved it. I had moved it, I beg your pardon. Let's go. Okay, so there she blows. There she blows, friends. There she blows, much like your ma. Okay, let's put you back. Roadster. L'envol. I'm not going to be able to get the full L'envol glory in, am I? Ooh. There we go. Girl on a full gourmand these days. Horrible. Aqua de Sale is good, says James. Peche Mirage is just sad, I can't describe it in any other way. I had a version of L'Envol, an odd bottle, can't recall if it was the EDP or the EDT. It looked like a piece of ordnance. It's not, it's actually from an aeroplane. It's to do with Santos Dumont. And it's one of those things which tells you if you are listing or if you're listing or if you are like off center, you know. It hangs in the aeroplane like a dead weight. I think that's what they're called. It's almost certainly not what they're called. Peach juice for 400. Yeah, ludicrous prices on their new stuff. Like a flat peach soda or gummy rings. Ugh. Okay, who's got some Ralph Lauren monogram that ain't crapped out? I've got a mini of it. It's lovely. But Blue Sharks, give them a run for their money, says Richie. If the next Shalimar Millesime is sweet, I will be fuming. The plastic is diabolical, says Lily. Never heard of Blue Sharks. Shalimar Labdanum next. Well, that's just what it is anyway. They can't do that. You know what I mean? Be like calling fucking Amen Patchouli like a flanker, you know? You can't do that. Two fragrances that should have never left one of the best designers of recent years, says Pradeep. It's interesting to me that you don't like the honey in in that Les Indomitable made Investi for an Amon, but you do like the honey in L'Envol. So cool. The bottle's so cool. I just wish that was made of metal. I mean, it would have increased the price a lot, but spray of shit. It's got an irisy thing going on as well, hasn't it? It's. I mean, it's fabulous. I mean, it really is a great fragrance. I should really wear this more. But I've always been terrified to have this around because I don't want to break this. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. I wonder if you can still get the refills for L'Envol. I should have a look. I was winding you up about Labdanasi. It's using honey to be a very abstract couture fragrance. Oh, right. I see. Which one? Which one? Oh, L'Envol's one of the coolest bottles. It really is. I wonder if you can get the refills on the Ebes. Let's have a look. Cartier. Leon. Cartier L'Envol. Well, you can get the Eau de Toilette in the newer bottle for £42 on eBay. 80ml Eau de Parfum, 70. L'Envol 50ml. Can you get the L'Envol Eau de Parfum? That's from France, £64. Someone's a clever cunt trying to charge fucking batty money. Let's have a look. Can you get the refill? Yes! Refillable cloche for £11. Oof! Shit! Someone is an absolute rascal and they are trying to charge in Germany £180. £180 for the refill. There's one for £190. That's fucking obscene. That one. Behave thyself, you shithouse. Fuck off. Well, I can tell you, if you're in the United States, there's a refill tester. I don't know who else is in the United States that would want to buy that. It's good money for that fragrance, that actually. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I much prefer the EDT to the EDP. I think the EDP just overdoes it, like, you know. The EDP just overdoes it. Oof! The fucking shipping they're wanting to charge for that, fuck off. Not us. Not us. I wonder if Anuja's got any of these lurking about. Might give him a message after the stream. I should just really message him and see how he is, like, you know. How are you, I should say. Let me also, friends, I have an outrageous fragrance. I have many outrageous fragrances, but I have an outrageous fragrance on the way. I have an outrageous fragrance on the way. Track my parcel, you bitch you. Track my parcel. Use that. Now tell me where it is. What? Oh, fuck this. Wankers. Hold on a second. I can't believe you've done this. Purchases. Molly purchases. Post Italian. It's at the International Shipping Centre, allegedly. We'll see if it makes it into the country. Track my parcel. Why are you not there? There we are. Yeah, that Rev Dossian is quite... It's nice, but there's definitely amber wood lurking deep within there. You know? Deep within there. So... Tower hasn't even shipped yet. Yeah, he's screwed everybody else, but he sent the Swiss their stuff. That's a shame. Let's see what the chat is saying. It's not my promise. Rich, try vintage. You get every single penny from your sales. You do now on eBay, to be fair. You do now on eBay, to be fair. People have to pay a buyer's fee now. They don't take... not before they took fucking hundreds of, or if not thousands of pounds off us in sellers' fees before that. Mine did look different. It was like the inside part, but on its own. Maybe you just had the refill. I have 4 bottles. It's up there with Terre and Dior, in my opinion. Says probably, you've got 4 bottles of Cartier fucking L'Envol. Should be sorry, what are you asking about? The monogram, says Jonathan. Jonathan's got a bottle. L'Envol Parfum is heavenly, says James. It's not me, I promise. EDT is the best to me, though. Musk, honey, lavender, perfect spring fragrance. I love the EDT. I was curious of it. It was here and gone before I was buying my own stuff. Never got a chance. Once someone buys your stuff, you just need to give the generated number to the post office worker and they put the shipping label. You don't have to do anything, basically, says Spaced Out. Wow, I've got to look into this. My Tower incense has made it to Germany. From Oda. Yes. Great fragrance, but true ghost and silly prices. Sultan Pasha hasn't shipped for me yet as well. But he did send an email and said he will include samples of them all due to the delay. Are you curious about the upcoming Comme des Garçons monocle release? No, I'm not. Comme des Garçons is a brand that I haven't really got into apart from the incense line. I like some of their stuff. Some of their stuff's just outright fucking weird and inaccessible to us because of its weirdness, of which I am not a fan. But we'll just have to see, you know. I might try it. I want to go and try that Vetiveru cologne again, because I liked that when I tried it. I'll report what packaging it comes in, says often licked. Jonathan says I need to get into that incense line. All really good, to be fair. All really, really good. I feel you'd enjoy Two Men. You know who else enjoys Two Men? Lilith's ears have perked up. From Comme des Garçons, I only tried Floriantal. Nothing weird about it. Some of that stuff's quite strange. Mark Buxton did a lot of their fragrances though, didn't he? Comme des Garçons has lots of traditional fragrances. It's got lots of fragrances. They've released a lot of fragrances, Comme des Garçons. That's one thing. I don't know how many fragrances are in the database. A lot of Gucci Pour Homme too. I've got Gucci Pour Homme too, though. Anyway, I'm off, friends. I'm away. I'm tired. But thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. We've had a couple of new people turn up today. So it's nice to see them. I have enjoyed it. I hope you have too. Please join me again when we will stream. Good night.